you don't really feel a lot of body roll either, which is surprising. With that extra weight, I was expecting to feel the body kind of wiggle a little bit out of shape, but doesn't do that. It's pretty good. Highway ride, actually a little stiffer than I anticipated. I think it's because when I drive this car, I'm expecting a vehicle like the Ford Taurus. Bet you guys are wondering why I'm leaning in so far into the engine compartment. It has nothing to do with me posing and looking good, which I do. It has to do with the fact it's warm in there. It's nice and toasty, so able to get through this. So there's an electric motor and of course a gas engine hooked up to a CVT. Combined power is 188 horsepower. Comes with these Michelin tires that are called Energi, and they're efficient, and they're supposed to be mud and snow. Now I've already taken this thing through snow and it's done okay. I think they're low rolling resistance tires, so they're not really very compliant when it comes to being able to chew into the snow in the first place, but they did okay. They did all right. I slid when I was coming to stops a few times when I was going even below the speed limit. So, you know, as long as you're careful and plan your stops in advance, they're not horrible. It's pretty good. It's sprightly off the line, I'll say. But if you're going in regular EV mode, it's actually pretty slow. And you'll immediately jump over to another mode if you just slam your foot down. So you gotta be really careful if you're trying to get a good jump off the line with electric mode. I like the Ford Fusion. I like all the forms of Ford Fusion. Like the fun, sporty 4-cylinder. Actually, I like the hybrid. It's an easy car to drive. I like it when it's an all-wheel drive sedan with the EcoBoost, and it's pretty likable as this type of car. One of which that has a lot of batteries in the trunk, so it takes away a lot of utility. This is where plug-in hybrids fall down, and that is trunk space or cargo space, and that's because they need more batteries than a regular hybrid. In this particular case, we're talking 8.2 cubic feet of cargo space. That's not a lot. And if you look at the regular Ford Fusion hybrid, it actually has 4 cubic feet more room in the trunk. So, you want to power this up? This is how you do it. Power port right here.
How would you like to search? By name or by category?
By name.
And where would you like to search? Nearby or in a city?
Nearby.
Say the name of the POI.
Hooters. When you really push it, when you really push it, it gets a little out of shape. It plows just a bit, but you really have to be well over the limit and driving like an 8. Otherwise, traction control kicks in just at the right time, and that includes snow, because there are a few times where I pushed it just to see what it would do, and it just held me to a straight, level course. I really think this is a great interior. I've had some interesting comments about the fact that Ford is coming up with new, more vibrant interiors, and I disagree with that. I think they're coming up with slightly more conservative interiors, and that's not such a bad thing. Really good use of materials, no longer hard plastics where your elbow goes, and even though this is fake wood, it looks nice. It's used in a limited way. They didn't just splash it all over the interior, And, well, it's just a nice, comfortable place to be. And, by the way, the new thing for 2014 is not only can you get heated seats, you can get heated and cooled seats as well. Roman and I agree that the Ford Fusion, just as the Fusion, is a really good looking sedan. I think it's one of the better looking ones that's built in America, and I think it's one of the better looking ones that can come as a hybrid, or in this case a plug-in hybrid. So it competes with the Honda Accord, and well, frankly, I think this is better looking. I think the lines are a little bit more, well, I hate to say European, but that is kind of what it, it is. And it looks sporty. Now, a plug-in hybrid that's sporty, normally don't hear about that. It's a good car. I still think that the regular Ford Fusion hybrid is the way to go. So there you have it. There you have a vehicle that I'm not 100% convinced Ford really needed to produce. I think the regular hybrid was awesome. This is so much more expensive. I mean, we're talking $40,585 for a vehicle that is, well, only a little bit more efficient on a daily basis than the Ford Fusion hybrid. It is kind of cool to be able to drive this thing around on electric only. Now it's time for me to get the hell out of this absolutely freezing weather and put on my hood, which Roman hates, and say, for the Fastlane Car, this is Nathan Adlin, and I will see you next time.
Please say a command.
MP3.
MP3. Say a command.
Play Barry Manilow.
Playing artist Barry Manilow.
I know Roman's got it in there. He hit it. Wait a minute. Yeah.